Hi. Hi. Oh, okay. So I've got this microphone on, I've got it on a 10-pack of 5-hour energies because I need to, it's like a short microphone, so I've raised it up closer to my face and then on top of the box of 5-hour energies, I've got the fifth season, a thick book by N.K. Jemisin, which I think won the Hugo Award. I'm only maybe a fifth of the way into it. I sometimes find it hard to sit down and read. I'm also trying to figure out how to get this microphone to not pop on the P's so much. But, what are you going to do? Testing. So, hi. This is for, I really love you guys, and I think sometimes there's a request for me to kind of just talk more or be more present or something like that. So this is that. I haven't eaten enough today. I had a coffee cake at Starbucks and coffee, my third coffee of the day. I've been drinking less caffeine, actually, if you can believe it. But, yeah. This is just a space to spend time together. I guess I'm really self-conscious about the quality of this microphone. There was like a better one at the at Best Buy. Well, a much more expensive one, but I don't know. I don't know what's. Somehow this smaller one seemed to be from a more reliable brand. So, yeah. It's raining where I am today. I was listening to Rain by Patty Griffin a lot. What else? Somebody texted me that I reminded them of Andy Warhol, which means a lot to me. I've been feeling that or something. I mean, I think people said that when I was younger, too. Here I am comparing myself to Andy Warhol. What's interesting is sometimes I feel unclear on what it is I do, and this in a way is an expression of that, because I concede to the mess of releasing content, or I don't know. I don't know if perfectionist is I don't think I would describe myself as a perfectionist, but there are times, and actually, especially this time of year, what happens sometimes is that I'll kind of emotionally or lifestyle wise, I will slim down. Sometimes it's also physical, but it's where I'm kind of pruning or removing things from my life that I don't need or want, or that I don't think are beneficial, but it's also like, it's like I often get fixated on an idea, maybe an identity of, I only do this, or I only do this. This is what I am. This is how I identify, and therefore this is my work, and that's the only work I should be doing. And what I find is, at least for me, or the experiment I'm running in my life this year, is that, oh, wow. Hi, guys. It feels so nice. I feel like I'm in the flow of talking to you already. Oh my God, I think I just figured out something about this mic, which is which way it's supposed to point. So, oh yeah, see, it got way louder. Yeah, this is, oh my God, great, really great. I was talking from the wrong direction before, but now the worry I have is that my peas are popping. You hear that? Maybe I can apply a filter that removes that. So what I'm saying is, I will tend to kind of slim down my life, and I'll go, I only do this. But I have found that there's more aliveness, maybe. Oh, right. And it's what I was saying, that it's the experiment I'm running this year, that maybe there's more aliveness in continuing to add wood to the fire, in not necessarily just pushing, but pushing through discomfort, maybe. Not even discomfort, but in just, maybe there's value in continually staying present and releasing work like this, even in times when I want to isolate and only do very specific work. But the work I want to do sometimes is just like, it's like done so early in the day. And then it's like, okay. I don't know if any of that tracked. I think, moreover, or in addition to that, I just feel very grateful that I have people like you guys, like you all, who care about the work I make. It's, maybe I've said it a million times, or maybe I haven't said it enough, but it's literally a dream come true. I mean, I knew my whole life that I had something to do on this earth, and I feel myself doing it, and in the same vein as my previous point is the idea that the expressions of it are various, and sometimes when I look, I go, well, what is it exactly? What is my work? What is this work I'm doing? And I think you all are clearer on that than I am, which then encourages me to just kind of do work and put it out there in whatever variety of ways. And here's what it is. It's that you guys aren't confused by that. You're not confused. I don't think anyone's, because the part of me that wants to say, this is the only work I do, just this. I just do this one thing. it's like I'm sensing a confusion in the people that care about me and what I do. I'm sensing a confusion that isn't there. You guys just kind of receive it all wholeheartedly from what I've seen, and I just couldn't be more grateful. I'm telling you, it's like wow, you know. Yeah. And I would say, I mean, for what it's worth, and maybe it's stupid or trite, but for what it's worth, if you have that feeling, here, hold on, I gotta silence this phone. If you have that feeling in yourself, I'd say you are correct. I remember people used to come and talk to us, like, you know, when I was in college. And they're kind of always doing this thing where they're like, very few of you are going to become real actors or like real artists or just be able to. And I was just like, you know, like, let me out there. I'm going to do it. I know I'm going to do it. I'm talking so quietly. So yeah, I don't know anything about podcasts. I know that I'm very grateful for my YouTube channel, and I'm gonna put this there first, but I think it's relatively easy to put your podcast on a thing. I guess I should start saying, if you want to, go to patreon.com/Brian Jordan Alvarez. Let me type it in and see if that's even correct. I just, I wouldn't ever want you to feel like you need to pay for this, but patreon.com/Brian Jordan Alvarez. Does that exist? Yeah. It says Brian Jordan Alvarez is creating I don't know. When did I fill this out? It says, well, oh my God. Oh yeah, I really see it. It was from this spring. Well, it says about. It says, well, I'm trying to figure this out. I think there could be something here. Also, this feels like the comment that someone would leave on a Walmart Facebook page. And you know what? Maybe it is. So anyway, yeah. If you want to go there and throw me a couple bucks, you're welcome to. Yeah, I guess part of what I was saying earlier is like this spring, right? So I do this thing where I kind of almost dry my life out for some months of the year, and I'm just looking at it. I don't think it's a totally wrong impulse. I just think maybe if you keep water going, I don't know, because then sometimes I'll enter something that feels like an emotional desert, and it feels maybe connected to the time before when I kind of dried everything out. So yeah, it's like I'm looking at this Patreon page, and it's this sketch I made this spring, and with this beautiful camera that this wonderful person lent me, and then like the image is like of me dancing, which I made a lot of the videos of me dancing to this exact same song, Places. I think I did it like 5 times or something. They are special to me. And I'm just, you know, in a way, whenever I have these big waves of creation, it sometimes is in response to a previous time when I was just like, no, I don't want to make anything, you know, and maybe that's perfect. But at least right now I'm looking at, yeah, it's just like, well, what would happen if I just kind of kept making things? So yeah. I'm looking at my texts. Hmm. 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 Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Love you guys. I don't know. Should we talk more? Should I eat something? Oh my God, I need to eat. What are you guys into right now? I've been watching All About My Mother, the Pedro Almodovar film. I guess I only watched it twice, but I really watched it twice all the way through. So that's been one of my favorite films for a very long time. It's called Todo Sobre Mi Madre in Spanish, which is the original title because it's a film from Spain. But the English translation is All About My Mother. It's by the filmmaker Pedro Almodovar, and it was released, I believe, in 99, or I'm sure, in 99, and won the... But did it win... Or did it win the Oscar in 99? No, let's look. All About My Mother. Yeah, it was released in 99. When did it win the Oscar? So it won the Oscar for best, I think what was at the time called best foreign language film. Yeah, it won the Oscar in 2000 because it was released in 99. Now that award is called Best International Film, I think. Let's look. Yeah, okay. Yeah, now it's called Best International Feature Film. So anyway, I've watched that movie many times. I think I first saw it when I was a teenager. We had like a VHS of it at my house. And I think it took up the whole screen because it was like we still had a square TV at that time, and it was so low quality. There were no subtitles, and I would watch. The first time I watched it, I guess I was captivated. I don't remember my first sitting, but I remember watching it over and over. And part of what I remember now, although I didn't know it then, was that there's a lot in the movie I didn't actually understand because I didn't have the subtitles. So I definitely speak Spanish, but I speak Colombian Spanish, and the film is, I guess the lead character is from Argentina, but most of the cast is, and most of the characters are Spanish from Spain. And so there are turns of phrase that I didn't know. There are even words for things that I had never heard in the Spanish that I grew up speaking. So the subtitles, like, which I guess I didn't see until years later, really made me be like, oh my God, there are huge parts of this movie that I missed, you know. But anyway, I got that it was genius, you know. And I don't even know if I knew it had won the Oscar. I must have been watching it in 2003 or something, maybe 2002. But I'd watch it over and over, and I quickly, I think, decided it was my favorite film. Maybe that and Dirty Dancing. But yeah. Recently, I sat down and I watched it. So since then, I've watched it many times with subtitles, and I had actually gotten used to watching it with subtitles because I'm like, well, it's good to catch those little things I might miss. But then the other day I sat down and I was like, I'm going to watch All About My Mother again. And the frame is so beautiful. Like that, you know, every shot Pedro Almodovar gets is so perfect. And it's why it's one of the many things I love about his filmmaking. And so I was like, well, these subtitles are kind of interrupting the frame for me. And since I can understand it anyway, I'll just turn them off. So I watched it without subtitles. And it really was kind of a revelation because I realized I hadn't been looking at some of the shots, for years. And so to really just drink in the movie in its kind of raw form, it was incredible. It was intoxicating. It's just so sublime, that movie, and just wraps up so well. And the story, I mean, it's just like, whoa, I can't believe it. Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, they really were there just shooting it, like there were shoot days on that film. Such a beautiful thing that kind of magic is made like in the real world, it's like you really do show up and do the work that day, and then sometimes it just yields something that is far beyond the sum of its parts. But then I watched it again without subtitles, and it's just like, yeah, it was just amazing. It's such a special movie. So that's what I've been into lately, but I've been into it since I was a teenager, I think. Yeah, I remember a time when I watched Dirty Dancing on repeat in that same way. And I've watched it a couple of times over the years recently, but it doesn't, somehow I can't do that with it, or I don't want, or at least right now, it's like it doesn't grab me the way, it doesn't grab my attention the way All About My Mother still grabs my attention, because All About My Mother is such a, well, I don't know, they're both great, but All About My Mother is kind of this deep, mature film in my view, where it's like, it gets better as I get older. I'm 33 now, and yeah, I guess the lead character is 38, so it makes sense. Yeah. What else? It's raining today, or it was.